successfully juggling through your many tasks while trying to be the best version of yourself can be one of the most rewarding experiences of life, yet a rather daunting task. Now join Cresta Durojaiye, Africa's leading productivity expert and life strategist, as she equips and empowers you with practical tools that bring organization and structure to help you be more efficient and live your best life possible. If you struggle with pulling it all together and need someone to handhold you through the process, this is the podcast for you. You're listening to Life Lessons with Cresta Durojaiye.
Hello and welcome again to the Life Lessons podcast. Today's topic is titled Mind Your Mind. Now, what does this mean? What does it mean to mind your mind? It could mean to take care of your mind, or pay attention to your mind, or be more aware of your mind. Now, the mind in itself refers to the part of us that enables us to think, to feel emotions, and to be aware of things. Now, let me ask you a question. A not so simple question. When last were you intentionally aware of your mind? The truth is that most times we just coast along with it and we let it drive us in whatever direction it leads. Now, when the mind is mostly left unattended, it randomly veers in the direction of the most predominant memories or thoughts from our life's experiences. Now, those memories, especially the painful or sad ones, are referred to as predominant because they carry overpowering effects that are born out of circumstances we mostly had no control over, or circumstances that we encountered due to careless accidents. Some examples could be the death of a loved one, could be terminal illnesses, or accidents that are not caused by us. Now, when left unattended, our minds just revisit the thoughts from these past events and begin to reenact them. Before long, we notice that we sort of experience them all over again, and the overpowering feeling of helplessness that we had when these events initially occurred just returns. The moment this happens, we become like totally incapacitated in the present by the memories of the past that we are unable to function anymore. Now, as long as we continually dwell there, we remain mostly unproductive and we begin to allow our minds wander unattended. This in itself makes us wander all over the place, to the left, to the right, anywhere the mind just leads us. Now, remember that memories and thoughts are stored in the mind, and our thoughts are just what they are, thoughts. They will go in the direction that you send them. So we need to consciously train our minds and our thoughts to think in the direction that we want them to go. We need to learn to take control by minding our minds. So what do? How do we mind our minds? When our mind or our thoughts wander, we must intentionally and deliberately divert them aright with activities that promote a healthier mindset. Now, just think of the activities that you know will generate healthy mindsets for you and indulge more in those kind of activities. Now, come along with me in the meantime and let's pay my productivity laboratory a brief visit. We will perform 2 simple mind-related experiments. Come along. Now, experiment 1. This will showcase a scenario for situations where we have control from the get-go over the outcome of experiences in our lives. Now, throw a sponge into a full bowl of water. What comes out when you squeeze it? Water. This time around, put a sponge on a flat surface. Pour maybe Fanta or Coke or Sprite all over the sponge until it is soaked. Then pick it up and try squeezing it. What comes out? Fanta, Coke, Sprite, whatever soda you had used. Now, do the same thing with lime, liquid, or oil, or any other substance. you will realize that when you squeeze it, it returns exactly what it sucked up. Now, what is our finding, or what is the result of this experiment? The mind is like a sponge. It sucks up what you feed it. When you squeeze it, it brings out what it is that it sucked up initially. Now, for scenarios where you have control from the get-go, mind your mind by predetermining what you feed it. So what are we saying here? Feed your mind with healthy memories from healthy activities so that when life comes squeezing, the resultant effects are usually healthy. Now, over to experiment 2. This showcases circumstances where, we encounter scenarios that are beyond our control. And as a result, these scenarios feed our minds with painful or negative memories. Now, imagine you've been handed over a transparent bottle containing about 20, you could use red seeds or black seeds, 20 red seeds or 20 black seeds. And you've been handed over a sack of white seeds also. Now, the results that we're expecting is that when we do 10 random selections, we want every single seed we pick out these 10 times to be white. How do you achieve this? It means that you need to put more than 10 times the quantity of the initial content of the bottle that you received. Remember in all of this that you had nothing to do with the initial content of the bottle. Also remember that the color red or black, depending on which one you choose to use, they are colors that have strong characters and they have a tendency to overshadow any lighter color that is introduced. Now, the only way, like we said, to achieve this is using 10 times the quantity of the content of the bottle that you received. And over time, what will happen is that even though the initial content is still present, its effect is totally subdued by the now overpowering quantity of the new seeds that you have introduced. What does this tell us again? If we intentionally create healthy memories and consistently feed our mind with them, over time, the excessive quantity of healthy memories find a way to dilute and even completely subdue the unhealthy thoughts in our memory bank. Now, the general idea is to consistently train and culture our minds in the direction that we want them to go. Now, life will always quiz you. When it does, how do you react? Is your mind in the right state to handle the quizzes and return results that build you? Or has your mind been left unattended so much so that it returns results that completely incapacitate you? Which is it? The truth is that the unfavorable experiences of our past do not totally disappear because they really, really occurred. But if the ratio of our healthy thoughts and memories far exceed that of the unhealthy ones, when life quizzes us, we will not be left in a state of despondency. Most times, we don't feel better because we have latched on so strongly to the unhealthy vibes from the past, and we somehow allow our thoughts to constantly revisit them and torture us, so much so that almost no remedy works. Not prayers, not medications, not visits to the therapist or psychologist. What this means is that we need to take absolute control of the buttons from the clutches of the memories of our past. Now, 3 key points to note are that 1, the mind is the powerhouse of the body. So what the mind directs, the body does. Today, direct or redirect your mind intentionally. Tend it like a garden. Pull out the plugs connecting you to the painful, thorny memories and replace consistently with healthy memories that charge you with positive energy. 2, the mind is like a parachute. It works best when it is open. Open up your mind. Talk to someone and get your thoughts out in the open. Do not stay locked in by the painful experiences that you have encountered. 3, the mind is the starting point of our victories or failures. Now, whether we fail or succeed, it all starts in the mind. That's why we hear it being said over and again that whether you think you can or you think you cannot, you are right, because it all starts in the mind. Bottom line of all of this is that the mind is powerful and greatly instrumental to how we function. So today, empower your mind in the right direction with the right resources that produce the right results. The time is now for you to start out minding the business of your mind by implementing the tips that we have shared today. And I'll leave you right here to retrain and mind your mind. And I look forward to hanging out with you again on Life Lessons. Cheers.
If you enjoyed this episode of Life Lessons with Cresta Durojaiye, now don't forget to leave a comment and of course share this episode with those you love.